Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rumble Wrestling on the Rumble Wrestling Promotions YouTube channel. It's tag team time. In fact, it's going to be tag team time all afternoon. Stephen Barker says, commence wrestling. Here we go. This is the first of 4 quarter-final matchups to determine who will advance to the semi-finals of the Rumble Wrestling British Tag Team Championship Tournament. And of course, we will crown champions today. What an interesting quarterfinal matchup, by the way, to start things out. These teams were drawn randomly before the show began. And as you can see, the All Nations champion, Tate Mayfairs, alongside the Peckham Playboy Hakan, have drawn close personal friends in Jumping Joe Lando and the kid without fear, Danny Black. And looks like Tate Mayfairs already is not happy with proceedings and is heading to our technical area. Well, the action has got to go, and Tate Mayfair seems absolutely infatuated with the concept of respect from the fans here in Medway. So as I said, ladies and gentlemen, tag team quarterfinal action. Anton Green in charge of this matchup between the close personal friends, Danny Black and Joe Lando, taking on the unusual, but frankly, when you think about it, rather likely tag team of the Peckham Playboy Hakan and Tate Mayfairs. And I think the only thing that these two would have to argue over is how great each other are. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, traditional British tag team rules in place. Essentially 2 out of 3 falls. First team to pick up 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or be disqualified twice, which could be very likely considering the behaviour of Hakan lately, especially. Big scoop slam to Danny Black by Tate Mayfairs. So the first person essentially to score 2 pinfalls, a submission or a knockout will win this matchup. However, there is a 15-minute time limit, and should the time limit expire, if one team is in the lead at that point, then that team will win. Or God forbid we actually have a draw at the end of that time limit, the winner will be determined by the toss of a coin. Some might say a very archaic, a very unfortunate way to determine a tag team matchup, and let's hope we don't have to worry about that here. Vicious European uppercut by Tateness is greatness. Danny Black reverses the Irish whip, catches Tate Mayfairs with a beautiful arm drag, and then picks him right up. Big scoop slam. And think about the power of Danny Black, by the way, who has just gone from strength to strength. CPF, by the way, all the members of CPF have just grown in stature and size and experience. Multiple tours abroad as well. Speaking of tours abroad, Tate Mayfairs just back from an extremely successful tour of the United States of America, and now looks to make a tag to the Peckham Playboy. Here he comes. By far and away the tallest man in this matchup. Not sure whether that will have any bearing on the significance of the result of this matchup. Danny Black escapes, then tags in Joe Lando. And for anyone who hasn't seen Joe Lando, well, you've obviously been living under a rock, but just in case you haven't, look out, ladies and gentlemen. Do not blink, because this is by far and away one of the most exciting athletes that Britain has ever produced. Full stop, never mind professional wrestling. What he can do inside the squared circle beggars belief, and Tate Mayfairs especially knows all about Joe Lando. He has gone to war with him multiple times across multiple promotions, excuse me. No, Hakan just trying to keep a little bit of distance between himself and Danny Black. Collar and elbow tie up, and there you see the height advantage paying dividends, at least for now, for Hakan. Back in Joe Lando into the corner, and referee Anton Green asks for a clean break, and dare I say, a little condescending slap on the chest from Hakan. The Peckham playboy believes himself to be well above the stature of the close personal friends. He's going to get a real humbling if he continues to believe that. But right now, once again, back in Joe Lando into the corner, and even harsher slap on the chest there. Might be fun and games to Hakan. Joe Lando doesn't seem to see the funny side, and nor should he, as he's backed up once again into the corner. And again, the disrespect from Hakan, who's now mouthing off, unsurprisingly. He gets a shove for his troubles from Joe Lando. He's not going to take that lying down. Quick go behind by Joe Lando to the Peckham playboy Hakan. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of 4 quarter-finals to determine a semi-final scramble match of sorts. We'll have a semi-final involving all 4 teams that advance, a fatal 4-way. And the 2 teams that are eliminated first in that matchup will lose their opportunity to be in the final. So it's essentially a survival of sorts. But right now, we're talking about quarterfinals. Joe Lando looking to cravat and lock up that left leg of Hakan. Peckham playboy, I don't think he's enjoying being under the vice-like grip of Joe Lando, who, by the way, is extremely technically sound. Don't be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Not just an incredible high flyer, an all-round magnificent professional wrestler, as is Danny Black. All 4 of these men could be argued as some of the best wrestlers Britain has today. Lovely escape from Hakan, relieving the pressure. Joe Lando once again with a go behind. Rolls back through, and Hakan just with a little point, a little nod, almost to say, I'm aware of just how dangerous you are. Looking for a test of strength here. Oh, Joe Lando very smart. Twisting the arms around so he can get more leverage despite their height. Lovely escape. Cartwheel. Sweeps the leg out. Joe Lando up and over. Beautiful roll through. Maintaining wrist lock control into the Mahistral Cradle. That's a pinning combination. Just a 2 count only. Underneath the guise of Anton Green. Pinfall attempt again. 2 count. Beautiful backflip evades and a drop kick for Joe Lando. That's what he does. And Danny Black is loving what he sees on the outside from his close personal friend, Jumping Joe Lando. By the way, a former champion in his own right here at Rumble Wrestling. Former European champion. Danny Black with a blind tag now enters the ring as the legal man. Medway is absolutely rammed to the rafters today as the double axe handle comes down on the can. And this is what CPF does. Fluid tag team work. Double back elbow. Rolls Hakan right through. Double chop. Snapmare takeover by Joe Lando. Stiff penalty kick by Danny Black. Beautiful moonsault and fist drop combination from the 2. Pinning combination. And Hakan is able to escape. And dare I say, Hakan and Tate Mayfairs. Oh, Danny Black very unwise to turn your back on Tate Mayfair's assassin-like mentality from the All Nations champion. But wow, both men meeting with a clothesline, but Danny Black coming off far worse in that exchange. And Tate Mayfair's rather smartly knocking Joe Lando off the apron, trying to eliminate him as a factor from his match. Danny Black ducks the clothesline, goes for a crossbody. And oh, look at the power. Tate Mayfair is able to put the blocks on, but Danny Black escapes over the back, rolls through, rolls up Tate Mayfair, who's able to escape. 2 count only, and a PK from Danny Black. And now we're going to see what the kid without fear can do. Athleticism wise, but he misses the standing moonsault attempt. Tate Mayfair smart enough to roll out of the way. Roundhouse sweep and a roundhouse kick attempt, both evaded. And now Danny Black training kicks, beautiful standing enziguri to Tate Mayfairs. Absolutely no court is given when it comes to the strength and athleticism of both of these teams. And oh, come on, Tate Mayfair's raking the eyes, looking for an advantage, sends Danny Black into the corner head first and able to create some separation. And that's the great equalizer, I guess, because Tate Mayfair's and Hakan far the more inexperienced tag team. That's what makes this tournament so special. The great equalizer, the tag teams all of a sudden have the advantage. But right now, looks like we're going to get a little heart attack action. Danny Black able to counter Tate Mayfairs. Rolls Hakan right through. That's a pinning combination, but you see, to be fair, Anton Green correct there. Hakan's right shoulder off the canvas, which means he can't count the pinfall. Now, a pinfall attempt, and well, from what I could tell, Hakan's shoulders were on the canvas there. Anton Green a little bit hesitant with his count. Hakan, on the other hand, has bailed out. He looks absolutely shell-shocked, and I do believe that counts as the first fall in this tag team matchup. And Hakan is screaming at Tate Mayfairs for regrouping. And I think that's exactly what's happened. The bell has rung, and I do believe CPF have gone 1-0 up in this tag team match. Well, there you go, Stephen Barker, our compare, after communicating with our referee Anton Green, has made it clear it is 1-0. Well, Tate Mayfairs, well, here goes the second session, and whether Tate Mayfairs likes it or not, he doesn't believe it to be fair. It was, to be honest, quite a hesitant pinfall. And meanwhile, in the meantime, Hakan getting rolled up by Joe Lando. Seems to be a lot of miscommunication. Oh, look at that beautiful standing drop kick. That's the great equalizer for Hakan. He can pull that athleticism out of the hat, just like any good magician should be able to do. And he knows all about illusion. Smoke and mirrors. Oh, wow, nothing fancy about that. Nothing magical about that. 4 minutes left. A couple of roundhouse kicks from Tate Mayfairs. Very educated feet. And now, sleeper hold applied, and Danny Black needs to be very careful here, distracting Anton Green, allowing Tate Mayfairs plenty of leverage. Joe Lando and Tate Mayfairs, the legal men. 1-0 as we speak to the close personal friends, Danny Black and Joe Lando. Back elbow by Tate Mayfairs, who's just about had enough of the shenanigans of the close personal friends. Chin lock applied and a basement drop kick right to the face from Hakan. Who, well, a very lazy pin, frankly. You're not going to get Joe Lando with a 1 foot pin like that. Back to that rear naked choke and trying to create some leverage, use that size advantage. And a gorgeous elevated drop kick once again from the Pekka Playboy. And Joe Lando able to escape just before the 2 count. And Tate Mayfairs and Hakan. Now, well, just 3 minutes left, and Hakan and Tate Mayfairs have it all to do, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, because they are currently 1-0 down. Not a predicament you want to be in against tag team specialists like the close personal friends, seasoned, well-travelled warriors in the professional wrestling circuit. Now Tate Mayfairs looking to finish. Joe Lando is able to escape. Beautiful roundhouse enziguri from Joe Lando. Oh, come on, and Hakan sweeps Danny Black off the apron, and no doubt to ensure that Joe Lando can't make a tag. I don't think Joe Lando is fully aware yet. He's looking over to the corner now. Meanwhile, Danny Black is on the floor. And yeah, Joe Lando's just realised that. And Tate Mayfairs takes full advantage and sends him right back into no man's land. That's exactly what tag team wrestling is all about. Isolating one of your opponents in the opposite corner. Super kick on the chin. Might have knocked Danny Black flush out. Joe Lando escapes through the legs and over the top. And once again, now Danny Black able to somehow get himself back up on the apron. And with 2 minutes to go, Danny Black is now the legal man. There was indeed a legal tag, according to Anton Green. A stiff kick to Tate Mayfairs and Danny Black. Clotheslines Tate Mayfairs over the top. Beautiful standing drop kick to Hakan. And Danny Black knows with a 1-0 advantage, CPF are currently cruising in this tag team matchup. And Hakan looks to be a little worse for wear after that drop kick into the corner. Oh, I think Danny Black was looking for a brainbuster. Hakan able to counter, and just like that, Hakan has leveled things up 1 apiece. Oh, well, indeed it is. And Stephen Barker trying to create some separation here because the session is now over. There should be a mandatory break until things resume. And Anton Green trying to create some separation here. Well, Hakan and Tate Mayfairs find themselves Ring the bell indeed, says Stephen Barker. And here we go again, 90 seconds to go. It is one apiece. We are currently tied. Can either of these teams find a pinfall submission, or, unlikely as it sounds, afford to get their opponents disqualified? Roll through. Danny Black counted. What, just 1 minute to go. Stephen Barker sounds more frantic than I do, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. A stunner, an absolutely beautiful stunner slash cutter from Joe Lando, wipes out Hakan, and Tate Mayfairs isn't going to stand for that. One fall apiece, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful backflip into the cutter. Gorgeous technique, stunning athleticism from Joe Lando, who now needs to pin Tate Mayfairs. He's got a cover, and oh man, and well, Hakan was able to interrupt that pinfall. I don't think Tate Mayfairs was getting up anytime soon. And meanwhile, Hakan is measuring, jumping Joe Lando. Oh, wow, vicious super kick on the chin. Danny Black rolls through into a cutter of his own, a stunner-like cutter. Danny Black, a super kick from Tate Mayfairs. 20 seconds left in this matchup. And with no pinfall, it seems, in sight. Now, I think Tate Mayfairs might have realised that he needs to hit a V trigger very, very quickly, or a Tate trigger as I like to call it. Time is running out here, and Joe Lando was able to escape. Roll through with the time expiring, and oh my God, and Tate Mayfairs just able to escape, and I do believe we have a tie as the time limit expires, ladies and gentlemen, and that means it's coin toss time to determine who advances to the semi-final scramble. I'm not entirely sure how fair that is. Tate Mayfair is trying to imply that the winners should be the ones who have won the most accolades in this business. Well, I don't think that's exactly what was said, but nonetheless, Tate Mayfair certainly does not want that to be the case.
We call he's the champ. It's on Tails. Hold on. Tails, Mr. Referee. Heads.
Well, here we go. Here's the coin toss. Who's advancing? Well, it's heads, and that means Tate Mayfairs and Hakan, at the toss of a coin, have advanced. Well, yeah, Tate Mayfairs and Hakan have pulled a fast one there. Who, by the way, changed their choice with the coin at the last second, and that's exactly what paid dividends. But nonetheless, Tate Mayfairs and Hakan advance.